Today, I wanted to do kind of a fun topic and talk about some of the crazy ways that we try to lose weight before we finally come to the decision to have bariatric surgery. I know for myself, I became obese probably in kindergarten, first grade. It's funny looking back at pictures when I was pre kindergarten. I was normal weight, but once I went to school, that's when the weight really started creeping up on me. I'm sure that none of us get to the point of having bariatric surgery or investigating bariatric surgery without going through a multitude of other ways to try to lose weight. For me, that started in elementary school. I remember my very first diet was with my mom, and we did the Scarsdale medical diet. My elementary school was only about maybe a mile and a half from my house, and my mom actually got permission to come and pick me up at lunch and bring me home to have my diet lunch. The Scarsdale medical diet was extremely restrictive. Dr. Scarsdale actually made headlines years later by being murdered by his ex girlfriend. I don't know if any of y'all are into true crime, but it was all I can remember about it was that it was a extremely restrictive diet. I remember eating green beans until I could not stand the thought of another green bean. And here again, I was probably in the second grade. I lost a little bit of weight. Don't remember much else about it. My next dieting attempt that I remember was Slim Fast. Back then, it were those nasty Slim Fast drinks, and my mother, who always struggled with her weight, again, made the decision for she and I to do the Slim Fast diet. It was 2 shakes a day and one healthy meal, and that healthy meal was invariably grilled chicken that was so freaking tasteless you could barely stand it. And maybe here again, some more green beans. I'm sure I lost a little bit of weight, but again, my weight continued to blossom. Next up, my first time into Weight Watchers. I'm sure probably most of us have done Weight Watchers. These were the days when everything had to be weighed and measured. I still weigh and measure a lot, but back then it was a must. And it was much more focused on diet culture than it is now. We went to the meetings. I was probably the only kid there. At that point, I was probably middle school, early high school. I did lose weight on Weight Watchers and I managed to keep it off. I think more due to peer pressure than a healthy lifestyle. After I graduated from high school, weight went way back up. I think at that point I tried Weight Watchers again. Did have some success, but nothing sustainable. At that point was when Atkins was sweeping the world, and I went into it full heart and soul. I did Atkins and then for a while had some success, then moved to a program called Protein Power, which was again very low carb but not as high fat as Atkins. I really did well on that. I think I lost about 80 pounds, but life happened. My mother got sick. I stress ate and gained that 80 back plus about 20 more in the course of 6 months. It came back so fast, it was unbelievable. Next up, just good old calorie restriction. I'm sure we've all done that 1,200 calorie a day diet, eating all that yucky diet food, that Snackwells, cookies, and I'm sure I lost a little weight, but again, didn't stay off, and I wasn't able to hang on to it for very long. I don't know if y'all remember the cabbage soup diet. Purportedly, endorsed by Dolly Parton. I'm sure not. I did that as well. I remember you ate a bowl of cabbage soup that was cooked in like beef, very skim beef broth and maybe some tomato broth, non starchy vegetables, and you were supposed to eat that anytime you were hungry. All I got from that was a lot of gas. Didn't do much else. The one thing that I actually did have some success on was LA weight loss. I think that's now closed down. At that time, there were diet centers that you went to. I think the biggest part of me being successful with that was it was a fairly healthy diet. It was kind of like Weight Watchers. You got so many protein, you got cards. It was almost like deal meal. And you circled. You got so many proteins a day, so many fruits, so many vegetables, and so many starches and so many fats. And you circled when you ate it, and then when your circles were full, you were done. I did, but you also went twice a week and talked to your weight loss counselor and weighed in. That accountability was a big thing for me. I think I did better on that than any of the other diets that I tried. Once that center closed, there was no way to sustain it. I also tried the Eat Right for Your Type diet, which is based on the premise that individual blood types need different types of foods. I did that. I did getting into medication. I was a fen-phenner. I did take fen-phen back before we knew it was dangerous. Was quite successful on it. Then when the non-phentermine part of the fen-phen was recalled, and it was discovered it was recalled due to it was discovered it was causing cardiac issues, weight came back. I tried just phentermine 2 or 3 different times, would have a little initial success, not sustainable. I did try GLP-1s like Ozempic, Wegovy, things like that before I had surgery. And I think I was a non responder. Studies show that about 25 to 30% of people don't respond to those medications. I could not tell I had taken them. My appetite was not suppressed, my cravings were not suppressed. So, after going through all that, after trying to lose weight since literally elementary school, I finally arrived at bariatric surgery and decided on gastric bypass. And my only regret was that I did not do it sooner. I don't know why we look at metabolic and bariatric surgery as the last resort. I did. I hear it from my patients all the time. Oh, I just feel like if I could just find the right thing, I could do it on my own. I believe that wholeheartedly at one point in my life, but I couldn't. I've lost 100 and right at 135 pounds. I bounce between 135, 138 pounds lost since I had bariatric surgery, and will be 2 years out the day before Thanksgiving and have maintained that loss and feel better than I ever have. I feel like I'm eating healthier than I ever have. I would love to hear your experiences. What weight loss methods did you try before you sought out bariatric surgery? Did you do any crazy things like I did, like the cabbage soup diet, the eat right for your type diet? What are some of the things that you did? And what finally made you realize none of this is working for me and turn to bariatric surgery? I would love to hear your feedback. I would also love to hear any video ideas that you have. I want to talk about what you want to hear. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments. I'm not a weight loss surgery expert, but I am a weight loss surgery patient, and I will do my best to try to help. I hope everybody has a great week. Bye.